Welcome back to episode 4. This is Losing Hurts Less When You Have a Cock. All right, boys, we gotta. I'd say it's not okay. First off, this could be better than last episode, or it could be worse. I'm hoping it'll be better because we progress daily. You know what I mean? That should be our slogan: progress daily. But I'm pretty sure so many people already have that slogan, so I'm not gonna take it. But new viewer segment. This is new viewer segment. Probably the big takeaway from the video.
Today, we have a fucking treat for you guys. Today, we're going to be doing what I like to call the viewer challenge. So, if you're the viewer, that's you at home, sitting in your fucking couch, eating your goddamn potatoes.
Or aim training while watching.
Potatoes. No potato chip. You know what? Fuck it. Eating your potatoes. All right. So, my challenge for you guys today, your viewers, right? So my challenge for you, based on the fact that we're the coaches here, you guys are listening to us, so I want you to sit there and I want you guys to develop a better discipline. And so to start with that, watch this entire video. If you can watch this entire video, your discipline has now leveled up, you know? So
yeah.
That's what we're doing for you today. I
just thought about episode 6.
Yo, calm
discipline.
down.
It's discipline. It's discipline. Episode 6 is discipline. Made you short set it here.
That's literally
we're not gonna remember
calm
it.
Calm down.
Discipline. All right, fine. All right.
It's all good.
Yeah, so the viewer challenge, stick through the whole video because everybody knows that in our generation we have a short attention span, and that's literally due to social media to blame. But literally, we could last no longer than 7 seconds, bro.
They're making in and out of bed. Shorter for you guys, you know.
You know what I mean? And this is a growing problem because that literally means that you cannot sit still. Like they did a study on somebody who was watching Star Wars and taking a math quiz. Which sounds fucking crazy, but they did a study. It was a university. I forgot who it was though. But they found out that when somebody was trying to focus on the math video that he was watching to take his math quiz that they were going to have at the end of the course, he only lasted. It was an hour long. It was a 45-minute lecture, and he only lasted 15 minutes before his body began to he started to do things to stop making a board. He started spinning around in the chair. He started tapping his feet. He started tapping on the desk. He was doing anything to just keep his brain from boredom, right? And it's like when they put on
fears boredom.
We do. We really do. And when he put on Star Wars, the dude was capable of sitting there for literally 3 hours. They timed it. He watched maybe around I don't know, it was 15, 20 episodes or some shit, but he sat there for 3 hours long and did not move. So it's completely possible for somebody to not get bored for 3 hours and maintain that level of focus on something that they enjoy. But right now you do not enjoy.
It is important for you to be able to build that discipline. Like, I'm not just giving you this challenge to fuck around and be like, yeah, I want you to watch the video, get my numbers up. No, I actually do think it's beneficial. Like, obviously it comes off as watch the whole video. We need the view, right? But because that's sort of what it is. But if you can sit here and watch an entire video, maybe you don't like the podcast, right? If you don't, leave it in the comments, please. I'd like to know what we could get better at. But if you don't like the fucking podcast and you still sit there and you still watch the whole video uninterrupted, you know, maybe you go to the bathroom or whatever, but if you still sit there and watch the whole video and don't click off and watch your favorite streamer or whatever, that's actually something you should be able to, that's something that's beneficial to you. I don't know if you're a Fortnite player, a Valorant player, a CS player, a League player, but some of those matches take a while, right? And so if you're able to sit there the whole time, fully focused,
and maintain,
then
maintain a high
think
level
about
of focus.
how much better your gameplay will get if you're sitting there fully focused, locked in the whole time, you know? It is actually beneficial.
Right. It's the same thing with those 4-day matches. You're going to be playing a tournament. You're going to be sitting down there for more than 3 hours. Maybe in Valorant, you're going to be playing. Maybe you're playing. We're going to talk more about. Have we talked about block schedules? No, we haven't. We got to write that down too. But maybe in your. Oh, it is. We put that in there.
I'll add it to episode 5.
Okay.
We're getting off topic. All right.
But anyway, so basically, when you're playing in your block schedules, you're going to be needing to maintain a high level of focus. So you'll notice that if you were to do, because one of the problems is is when you're playing a bunch of games. So say like you're a person who it can wrap around your schedule no matter what. But say you're a person who plays maybe 6 hours a day. You're noticed like the problem is, bro, is when you queue up, you're gonna be coin flipping your games. Like deadass, you are not gonna be like there's like because you'll warm up, you'll play good, you'll start off your day good, and you'll play your first two games really really well because or you might not because you played your warm up wrong. But or you started your day wrong, or you started going into the gaming session with a negative attitude,
Right.
whatever it may be. But you started your game and it's like you go through this task and it's like you'll progressively lose focus, so your games are going to become more 50-50. Some games you'll top frag, some games you'll bottom frag, and it will look like this up and down curve, literally like spontaneous. It's just up and down, up and down, up and down, because you're going to top frag
Because when
one
you're
game and the
climbing,
match
it's
MVP.
more about it's more about being consistent. Like it doesn't matter if you're top fragging. If you're consistently third on the leaderboard to top on the leaderboard, you're gonna climb because
100%.
like obviously
It's a steady
kills,
incline.
kills aren't everything, right? But if you're dropping 20 kills every game consistently and actually creating impact with those kills or whatever, you're just gonna climb. Like that's just how it is.
Right, because it's the 30-30-40. If you're actually impacting your game on the 40% chances that you, because 30% auto loss, 30% auto win, and 40% chance for you to carry on the game. And if you're impacting those 40% games, then your numbers are going to be like a 52% win rate, 51% win rate, but you're going to be climbing, right? Because anything over a 50% win rate is climbing, right?
Right.
And so that's the math. If you really want to, for all the geeks out there, for all
But
the whiz kids.
here's the thing: don't use that as an excuse for why you lost the game.
Very
That's
dangerous.
the problem.
Very dangerous. Is
It's
misusing
like,
the 30-30-40 rule.
Even us as your coaches, as the people who are most likely better than you at the game, right now, it's still like we don't even know how to identify if the game was in auto loss. Sometimes
Right,
it
you
feels
really-
like it.
yeah.
It's just impossible to really say because the game's not old enough. The game hasn't had enough time to really spiral out like and show you an actual correct play. Like you don't know the correct play now. Like
Yeah,
you
and it's
guys look at people
applicable-
like Prod and fucking these random ass people. Like you look at Prod, right, and he does this stupid fucking shit. But maybe that's the right way to play Jet. You know, you don't know yet.
Because the game hasn't been around long enough, you know. But yeah, okay. So I'm gonna lap this real quick. Hold on, let me turn on my phone. I'm gonna lap this real quick. That's the finished intro, finished viewer segment, finished. Talking about how your attention span is dog shit. We're gonna go on to
So far, if you made
Identifying
it,
change.
if you have actually made it this far,
we're 7 minutes
that's
in. If
actually
you've made-
good.
7
Like,
8 minutes in. Yeah.
I know it doesn't sound like it. Like it sounds like I'm fucking.
That's a
with
whole
you,
YouTube
but
video. That's a
that
whole
is
YouTube
actually
video.
a good job. Like we're just sitting here talking at you for no reason, and we haven't
You've
even
made it
given you
through-
information yet. So
Yeah, not like barely none. But yeah, so identifying change. So first things first, what is change? The best. Okay, so this is we've brainstormed before the video. The best example that we could come up with is the best way to identify change is to look at your environment, and that basically means how you wake up, how do you aim, or maybe do you aim train, or do you eat a bowl of cereal, or do you eat eggs for breakfast? It's literally like I said, it's in and out of game because we were gonna talk. We're your therapist, not just your coaches. So we want to improve your life, not just the gaming aspect. Because if you have a better life, like because you probably looked at successful people, or you look at Nate Shot, right? Nate Shot owns he's the CEO of 100 Thieves, and he has literally zero to no time to play video games or Valorant at all. And the dude is literally like Immortal 2, bro, right now. Like he's Immortal 2. Like that was his peak. And that guy, like, it's just you look at somebody who's got a better life than you, and they're probably a higher rank. Like they're just winning at life. So if you want to be winning at life, take my advice. That's why it rhymes. But it's like you got to look at the things that you're doing. Are they beneficial to you? Like, are they toxic? Are they bad? And if you can't pinpoint those toxic narratives, then we're here to help you on that. You know what I mean? So it's like we're making some of these things that you may not know that you do subconsciously. We're making them aware to you. So it's just like if you want to identify change, you have to look at your environment because it's the best. You are, what is it above? You are your environment.
You are a product of your environment.
Yes, yes, yes. That's where that saying comes from. You're a product of your environment. So that's how you identify
And it's
changes.
true. Like it is a true thing. Like it sounds not true because like you've heard shit like that so many times. Most likely, like I've heard
Cliche.
that so many times. Like it sounds like bullshit, but it is actually the truth. Like for example, if like this is just gonna be an out there example, but if someone grows up in a extremely racist household, that's what they know, right? So they know racism to be normal, and they don't know that it's a bad thing because they were never taught that it's bad, except maybe in school. But they were like, "Who the fuck cares?" Right? So then that kid becomes a racist, and then people are surprised, and they're like, "Well, why are you racist, bro? That's bad." And he's like, "What do you mean it's bad? Like they don't know because their environment never told them it was bad. Their environment showed them that oh, this is actually the correct thing to be, even if it's not." Which just like that's just an explanation of how your surroundings and your environment will actually change you and mold you into the person you are up until the
Yeah.
point where you're like 18, 19.
It's when you start to develop the fucking mental compound in your brain. I think we talked about this last episode.
Yeah,
We did. We
we're
definitely
gonna
did.
talk about that a lot.
Yeah. It's the mental the fucking the chemical compound in your brain that starts to develop. It's called knowing that there's consequences. Whoa. Crazy.
There's consequences to things I do.
Yes,
What?
there's consequences for every action, even good ones. Even good ones above. Surprise, surprise. Um
Holy, that's crazy.
Second
It's
thing,
almost like if
okay,
I
so
aim train, my
now
aim
you
will get
know
better.
now you know how to identify change. Like I said, look at your environment, see what you're doing, how you wake up. Do you eat eggs in the morning? Sounds stupid, but it works. You want to know, like, if you're that's identifying if you're changing and if you're not changing. So let's go to that. Let's go to bad change. Bad change is no change,
So, okay,
literally.
so here's this bad change, right? Let's say, oh, above, oh, Gabe, I'm stuck in silver. I've been silver for 3 acts. I've been silver for this long. I swear to God, I'm doing everything I can. I'm aim training. I'm VOD reviewing. Okay, dumbass, calm down. Why are you not changing? First of all, that's what you have to look at. What specifically is the reason that you're still silver? Like, are you VOD reviewing correctly? Are you aim training correctly? Are you warming up correctly? You have to go back and fundamentally look at everything you're doing and ask yourself truthfully, is what I'm doing correct? Like, you might open Kovacs for 45 minutes and you might do like 6 or 7 scenarios, but that doesn't mean you're actually aim training, you know?
Right? Are you actually practicing your aim? We'll
And are
talk
you
about that
actually
later. Difference between
intently
practice and
focusing, you know? Are you sitting
right.
there and doing your playlist and not letting anything distract you, or if you notice that you're over flicking, are you going and slowing down your aim and trying to be more steady and build that muscle memory back up?
Very true. Because I mean, change. It's yeah, but change is because there's. I mean, like, okay, so good change is making change. Bad change is not making change at all. Because there's no such thing as good and bad change. But you can definitely like one of the worst things that you can do is just stay exactly where you are. I mean, I don't really want to motivate you guys on making change, but it's like you need
You
to.
can't make change unless you want to make change. We're not going to be
That's
able to
very true.
sit
You
there
have to be in the right mindset.
and tell you you have to change. You're the one that has to decide that you want to change.
And to be completely honest, I don't know what changes you need to be going through. I don't like maybe you do aim train and that's not your problem, right? Maybe you do the warm ups and you're actually like you actually like needed to be changed in somewhere completely different, right? But like so it's hard to identify the change if you're not because like usually you know whether or not you need to make change. I mean,
And
we know when you
it's
need to make
hard
change, but
though.
we'd have to know you, right?
Like unless we were sitting there every day like knowing who you are, everything about you, like we can't know, you know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
you have to be honest with yourself and you have to actually look objectively and say, do I need to make change? Do I need this? Do I need that?
All right,
And it's like it's
all right,
crazy
above
though.
examples of good change. I need to shut the garage door for my mom, so you keep them going. All right.
All right.
Examples of good change. Talk to me. Give me
All
somebody
right, all
who's
right,
gone
all
through
right.
good change.
Good change. It's your boy Gabe. I know I'm gonna wait to say his name until you're here again, but for the viewers at home, it's David Goggins. But good change. Okay, so people that have made good change, like who do you think about it yourself? Actually, I want you, the viewer, to sit there and think, what like who do you know that has made change in their lives that's actually benefited them? And to me, I would say I've made good change. So if you don't know anyone, I'm your friend for this episode. I'm your friend that's made good change. I went from Heartstick Silver to Diamond One, something light, but realistically, like good change, it's hard to identify because you don't really realize that what you're doing is good until you see the results. And
All right.
results aren't everything. That's the thing. So you can't think that because I'm not seeing results yet, that means that nothing's working. So good
You think you
change.
got the gist?
Well,
You got
I
the
was
gist of
gonna
good
I was
change?
gonna give him another example of your
Ooh,
favorite guy.
give me.
So another guy that's made really good change and someone that's really stuck with it, changed their entire life, is David Goggins. And I was gonna let you take
Ooh.
this one because he's your
Ooh.
favorite guy.
Ah, yes. This is the August 14th, 2019. I watched this video, episode fucking 1378 of the Joe Rogan podcast, where he interviewed David Goggins and talked about his life story. Yes, I remember the date. Yes, I remember. I don't remember the time. Yes, I remember the exact episode. God, I love David Goggins. David Goggins, if you ever watch this podcast, you are a fucking beast, bro. You are a beast, bro. You inspired me to be who I am. Just letting you know. But yeah. So I'm very excited about this. Good change. This is great change because I'm gonna give you the spill of David Goggins, because if you don't know who this man is, he's a myth, dude. He's a like at this point, 100 years down the line, you're gonna see was this guy an actual person? Because some of the shit that he did is fucking crazy. It's batshit crazy. One of the examples is he held the plank world record. He held the push up. Where is it? The chin up world record. And like the dude is a freaking the pull up world
He's
record.
a
Like
menace to
he
society. That's what he
he
is.
ran like usually if you're at an extreme marathon runner or an Olympic marathon runner, I forgot what it was exactly, but usually those are the people who run 100+ miles. They run the like the whole states. You know what I mean? It's like California. It's like Las Vegas to California marathons, and it's like they run on that major street and they take those. You know what I mean? They take those 24-hour it's like a 9-10 hour jog, and it's insane because these people are extreme marathon runners, and usually those people they prep for these marathons for like a week straight, and then they do it once, and then they take their 2-week break, and then they go run another marathon. But David Goggins, I think he ran like something like 8 marathons in like a single week. So the dude's a fucking beast. Like literally, that's daily. That's him. That's plus
That's him
5,000 miles.
wake-
Yeah,
y-
that's plus
him
1,000
waking up.
miles walking in a single day.
That's not plus 5,000.
Well, it's not plus 5,000. It'd be more like plus like
That's
800.
plus
But that's still
200. That's plus
like
200.
that's no, because they ran like they ran
It's
100 miles
26
in one marathon.
26 miles is a marathon, Gabe.
No, but they're extreme marathon runners. They run 100 miles.
What the fuck? What's wrong with
Yeah,
this
so
guy, bro?
so he ran like literally 500 to 600+ miles because he's an extreme one. So look him up. He's got a lot of achievements. But
Look,
the whole
if
spill.
you want to change, look up that guy. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, if you want to make changes, look that guy up. So this guy I'm gonna give you the spiel on his life. So this is kind of what motivates me to be who I am and to always never quit on anything I want to do. Is because think about it like this. This was David Goggins. He was around 30, maybe 29, 30 years old, and at the time he was like he was a slacker in high school. He cheated on his test to make it through high school. He had a very rough life as a kid. He was he was in a very racist state. I don't even know what state it was, but it was just full of racist people who like always called him racial slurs because of his color and everything. But he basically after coming out of high school, he's always wanted to join the military, but he never did. because he never really, like, for all his life he identified himself as a pussy. He said he never really wanted to do the things he wanted to do because he was a pussy, and he gave himself excuses all the time. So around this time, he's like 25, 24. He joined pest control and he killed bugs for a living. He did it for like 4 6 years. I don't know how many years he did it, but he basically killed bugs, right? And I remember he was talking about how he said one day he had this thought one day that he said he was going to change it all because but before that he was watching on TV. He was seeing these Marine ads. He was seeing these Army ads. He was seeing all these people who were living their best lives, who were becoming these hard, determined, disciplined men, and they were like turning these boys into men. You know what I mean? So it's like he was watching his videos, and that's what like it finally was just pushing him to the edge where he was just gonna like just quit his job and enroll. And he had that thought. So this thought that he did that made him quit his job was, he said, if I continue to kill bugs, I'm going to retire at 60 years old from killing cockroaches for the rest of my life. And that's what I'm going to tell my grandkids. And just that thought right there just changed me. And even further down the story, he just keeps going and he keeps going. TLDR, he basically says he wants to join the military. They call him up. He can't. It's a big number that he has to lose for weight because he's 300 pounds. And it's like he says he can't do it. He cries. You know what I mean? And then he says, I'm going to do it. He straps up his shoes. He goes jogging. But yeah, just look at the story. Really, honestly, look at the story. But that one specific thing where he says, is this really what I'm going to do for the rest of my life? Am I going to kill bugs for the rest of my life and tell my grandkids God. This is what I did? Right? And it's like, dude, it's like, no. It's like think about this, somebody like this. There's cashiers, there's grandmas who work. There's like 60-year-old people who work as cashiers at Walmart. And bro, is that really the life you wanted for yourself? Like genuinely, it's like no. And if you think you're out of time, bro, like literally, like the owner of KFC didn't start his business till he was 63. Walmart didn't open up their very first Walmart tea who was 40. One of the most famous painters in the world was a fucking grandma who didn't start painting till she was 80 years old. So if you think you can't do it, calm the fuck down. Because like we like to over exaggerate and flabbergast a lot of the things we do because that's how the generation works. But like, just look back. You don't want to be this fucking nobody who worked a useless job and retired a nobody, bro. Like, you want to be a somebody. That's why you're here, dude. You're here to be a somebody.
You want to make your life better. You want maybe what you want is like, maybe you want to go pro, or maybe what you want is to wake up and play video games every day for the rest of your life. Right? Maybe you never want to have a 9-to-5 job, or maybe you want to be a streamer, maybe you want to do this or that, right? But you have to realize it all starts when it starts.
Right.
If you say, "Oh, I'll learn how to edit tomorrow," right? And you do that consistently. Like, it doesn't even have to be, I'll push it off every day. If you push everything off by one day, think about how much slower your progress is going to be. Maybe you would have been famous at 18. Maybe you would have been pro at 18. But now that you've pushed it off everything one day, you're now pro at 20. You're now pro at 21 or maybe even late 19, But
yeah, not saying it's bad. Not saying it's bad to start at the age you are, but you've definitely just been pushing it off for as long as you did, and that's why you're at this age and you still haven't achieved the goals that you wanted to. Is because you're not letting yourself succumb to this uncomfortability that you don't want to be in. Right? You have to become friends with that person. We'll talk about uncomfortability a fuck ton because it's David Goggins. I don't know if he coined the term, but he definitely is a philosopher of it, of putting yourself in uncomfortable. Like if you are like TLDR, perfect example. If you are somebody who has large amounts of anxiety in large groups, put yourself in larger groups. It sounds crazy because it is crazy, but one of the best ways to overcome fear is to be in that scenario of fear. Is to be afraid of something like
here. I'll give you guys an example. Because this is one of my friends, Jaden. All right, he got in a car crash, right? And for like he broken femur, all that shit, right? Like he was scared to death of a car, right? Literally a non-moving object that he can't, like, it's not gonna move unless you make it move. It's literally gonna sit there, two tons, not fucking do anything, right? Literally just an inanimate fucking nothing, right? doesn't have emotions, doesn't have feelings. A car. He was scared of a car, right? And you might think, oh, that's justified. He just got in a major car crash. He could have died, right? Bro, it's a car. Like, think about it. Like, objectively. Think about it. It's a car, you know? And so, actually what he did to start conquering this fear that I told him to do, and guess, surprise, surprise, it fucking worked. Because, you know, we're geniuses on the ACOC podcast. But I told him, start putting yourself in the car. And I told him, literally sit in the car. You don't have to be driving. You don't have to be moving. You don't have to be going anywhere. No one else has to be in the car. Just sit in the car for 10 minutes. And he was like, okay, I'll go do it. And he's like, he came back to me and he was like, I almost had a mental breakdown. And I was like, good. Now, next time you're in the car, go for 20 minutes. And then he came back to me. He's like, all right, I was fine this time. And I was like, all right, now have someone drive you around in the car, you know? And I just basically, moral of the story, if you put yourself in situations where you feel uncomfortable, you're now building up that tolerance to be more comfortable. Like, people with anxiety, they take cold showers, right? I've heard this suggested from a lot of people, from like psychiatrists and shit. So like people who actually know what they're talking about. If you have like anxiety all the time and you start taking cold showers, you now know that you can put yourself in uncomfortable situations. Because cold showers, I'm gonna fucking tell you from personal experience, don't take a cold shower, bro.
I took one this morning.
I took one this morning.
I woke up at 3 a.m. and I just literally hopped in the shower and I put it on the warm water. And then because I know I'm not gonna hop into a cold shower straight off the bat, fucking nobody is. You're batshit crazy if you do. But I turned on hot water and I let myself get soaked in the water, and then I drop it all the way to 0 and I turn it freezing cold. And then you know what I mean? Like some people will think I'm psychotic or some shit.
He is psychotic. Don't do that.
It's fun, dude. It's fun. Definitely take cold showers. You want some discipline.
Back to the topic. So when you take these cold showers, your brain, like genuinely, the science is the brain actually knows that this is an uncomfortable situation. But because it's controlled and because you have the ability to stop it whenever you want, your brain is letting it succumb. So it's like, all right, this is uncomfortable, but it's not that bad. Like, it could be worse. You know, that's what you're thinking in that moment. Or, dude, this shower's cold as fuck. I could turn it off, though. And if you have the willpower to sit there and take your entire shower and not fucking move I don't know what the hell it's called, the thing for your shower, the knob, I guess, not turn up the temperature, then that's like a level of discipline that most people don't have. And if you are someone who has a lot of anxiety, the next time you have these anxiety like attacks and these breakdowns, you can think of it the same way and go, all right, this is uncomfortable. I don't like this, but guess what? I'm going to sit here and it's a normal day and I'm fine. There's literally nothing in the world that could stop me from having this normal day, right? And you have to just sit there and accept what's going on, and you get better at it over time. It's not something that'll happen overnight, but it will help.
But yeah, my God, did we go off topic there a little bit?
No, we were talking about.
We were supposed to be. It's definitely no. We could wrap it around for good and bad change, but we were just talking about how to control anxiety attacks and putting yourself in uncomfortable situations. So no, I'm gonna.
That's how you could say we change.
Okay, we can say that's changed. We can say that's changed, but hold on, look back. That was not. We weren't talking about good and bad. Actually, no, we were giving examples about good and bad changes, but we were definitely going off topic. But we're gonna lap it here because now we're gonna go on to the second part of the video. No, wait.
Yo, my bad.
Yeah,
guys.
The second part of the video. Yeah, we're 20-ish 8 minutes in, but
29.
Yeah, so second part of the video. This is this is pain plus reflection equals progress. One more time, pain plus reflection equals progress. So this is another mental aspect of the game because we
always favorite math equation.
Yeah, dude, my favorite math equation is pain plus reflection equals progress.
Y this is literally MX plus B. Nah,
this is literally the godfather of the wake up calls. This is literally the godfather of the wake up calls. This is the godfather of the I just had a massive loss streak. I want to quit. This is the godfather of anything mental, literally anything mental, and it's like. It's the same shit that we were talking about that actually leads into the topic, the uncomfortability bullshit. It's pain plus reflection equals progress. So what is pain? And we're talking about Valorant. We could talk about Fortnite. We could talk about any type of pain. But I'm talking about the mental strain of losing. I'm talking about you just went on a 3-game loss streak and you just deranked and you're fucking you're demoralized. You're demotivated. That's the pain I'm talking about. That's the pain I need.
Off plat and you were gold 3 and now you're gold 2 50 RR or whatever and you just went on this huge loss streak and you're top fragged all the games and you got AFKs and shit. Right?
And you want to give up.
That's pain.
And you want to give up.
That's the pain.
That's the pain we're talking about. And
it
could be experiences in life too.
Feel your pain. I've been in that scenario. Gabe's been in that scenario. We know what it's like to have that pain, to be like, damn, I'm this fucking blue ass. This was not fun, right? I did not have a good Valorant day today. But if you then take the second part of the equation, reflection, and you look back and go, first of all, am I feeling this pain because of emotions? Am I feeling this pain because of this? Why did we lose? What could stop me from losing? What could help me win more rounds? How could I be more impactful? And you go and you reflect and look. It's in the VOD. It's in the VOD. It's always in the VOD. The answer is always in the VOD. But if you go and you look, dude, we're gonna hypnotize them into that at some point.
Yeah, the answer's in the VOD. The answer, if you don't know what the problem is, record the game. The answer's in the VOD. The answer's in the VOD. The answer's in the VOD.
We're gonna put like a fucking
stare into my eyes, look into the VOD, look into the VOD. But subconsciously, ironic enough, subconsciously, when you're looking at this reflection, you're making progress. It's the who, what, where, when, why. It's the web's depth of knowledge. It's whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Even if you're not trying to VOD review and you're just watching the game back, you will still improve. Isn't that fucking crazy? VOD reviewing is overpowered.
That's the crazy part.
People should VOD review. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. And it's like VOD reviewing is literally just looking like you could actually see, instead of having to imagine you looking back at the game, you could actually see the mistakes you did. That's reflection. That's progress. You could progress. Like if you turn on the VOD in the background and then you glimpse to look at it and say, oh, I made a mistake there. You could passively get good at the game just by putting on the VOD in the background. I don't even literally that could work for you. You know what I mean? Don't fucking do that. That's retarded.
Don't do that.
But reflection is I just went on a massive loss streak. Because, okay, so pain, I just went on a massive loss streak, right? I want to quit. After you're done having that thought, you go reflect on it. And you see all the games you lost and why you lost them. And that's the beautiful part about gaming is you make all these mistakes and you get to go and watch back and improve on all these mistakes so you don't make them again, right? And that's amazing. Crazy. That's an amazing thing.
It doesn't matter if you're literally Exec Cryo rank 1 in the entire fucking NA scene, Radiant. Guess what? You're still making fucking mistakes. Mind fucking blown. Holy shit.
Oh my god. We are not limited as humans? What?
Oh my god. So think, I know we're kind of clowning you guys right now because
100%.
Most people people don't VOD review. And it is actually literally the easiest way to get better. I'm not even kidding. Like, we're going to say this probably every episode. Fucking VOD review. Fucking VOD review. Watch the VOD. Watch the VOD. It's in the VOD.
Watch the VOD.
If you have a question for me, it's in the VOD.
It's in the VOD. Hey, you need help on your gameplay? It's in the VOD.
And it sounds like a cheap statement because it is. But you, as a viewer... You as the person who wants to get better, you have to get better at looking at your gameplay and looking at what you're doing wrong. Because if you can't identify what you're doing wrong, how can you ever expect to not do that thing wrong? Like think about that. Like what? Like, are you a fucking psychopath? Are you fucking insane? If you don't look at, like, oh my god, the reason, by the way, that this
Einstein quote.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. I was gonna say that shit, Gabe.
It says what does he say? Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting results. Einstein
Different
quote.
results. Yeah.
Or different
That's
results.
the guy. That's the guy.
You're not VOD viewing? Einstein quote. You're not practicing? Einstein quote. You're not aim training? Einstein quote. Fucking. Anyways, but yeah, so when you reflect once again, so when you lose these games, the beauty of losing all these games is you get to go back and watch these games. And when you go back and watch these games, you get to see what you're doing wrong. And guess what? That's progress. So pain plus reflection equals progress. It is the formula that is necessity. So when you're losing, just make sure you know this because losing is inevitable. You are bound to lose a fucking game. You're not gonna go. It's not a just an incline. It's not just a straight
and
up.
It's even more than just losing. Like obviously losing's inevitable. Everyone knows that you're gonna lose, but it's more than just that. It's that eventually there's gonna be some games where you play bad. Whoa, mind fucking absolutely obliterated. You're going to have to play bad sometimes. You're not a fucking robot. You aren't a robot. It's that simple. You will play bad. You will make mistakes. You will miss shots. You will do stupid things. You will look like a drone sometimes. You will lose. And you'll feel the losses more than you'll feel the wins. And that's that's the craziest part that people don't understand is, oh, I just went on a 3-game loss streak. But if you went on a 7-game win streak, you wouldn't even care. You'd be like, okay, cool, let's cue the next, right? And that's because you're feeling the losses more than you're feeling the wins. And it's just that simple.
And so that goes into our next segment, how to cope with taking L's. Because this is for the people who can't get past the reflection or can't get past the pain part to see the reflection, which is above. Talking to you.
Yo,
I remember you used to do that. You used to do that. You'd be like, man, I don't know, bro. Why am I losing? It's in the VOD. It's in the VOD. Hold on. It's in the VOD.
Listen. That's why.
But
that's why we're better now.
That's why we've all been there. We've all done that. Anybody who's above you has probably done that.
Anyone that is above you has done that. We can almost guarantee it.
Like they reflected at some point. You know what I mean? And even if they've done it subconsciously, well, no, they wouldn't have done it subconsciously. They had to think about it.
Anyone that's in diamond or higher has VOD reviewed.
No doubt.
It doesn't matter if they looked at someone else's gameplay or their own, but they VOD reviewed. Like there's no
they've reflected in some way. Yeah,
it's just 100%.
But
at that point, you don't get that high up.
This is for the people who, and if you think you're not these people, don't skip the video. And if you think you're not these people,
first of all, you shouldn't be skipping the video in the first place because the viewer challenge.
Hold on. First off, you shouldn't be skipping the video at all. You shouldn't be. If you're here because you skipped through the video, go the fuck back and watch the whole video.
Exactly.
But
exactly.
How to cope with taking the L's? Okay, let's think about it. We're talking to the people who go on the massive loss streaks and they want to give up because it's you rather quit than continue to deal with the same struggle. You rather quit than suffer. The same thing we were talking about, how you have to be in the comfortable situations to get more comfortable. And it sounds weird because you don't want to be comfortable all the time, but you don't want to be uncomfortable all the time because that's if you're uncomfortable all the time, that's going to take a toll on your mental health, and that's dangerous. But that's why breaks are necessity. We take our Sundays off, by the way, just letting you guys know. We don't do video Sunday or gaming Sunday.
We play games, just not Valorant. We don't do anything surrounding Valorant. You know?
But we didn't play It Takes Two for Sunday.
Dude, I know. I was pissed. I realized that later. But then I played some Black Ops 3 Zombies and I was chilling. Anyway, back on topic for the video because they don't need to know about that.
Right. Anyways, you're the people who can't lose these games. TLDR, that's you. So,
even if you don't think it's you, it's you. It's still us.
100%.
That's what's even crazier.
It's
still us. We know this as a fact. It's ingrained in our memory, and we know this, and we still can't cope with it. We can't lose with a smile, is the saying. You know?
Right. It's hard to lose with a smile. It really is. It's almost impossible to lose with a smile.
Even if it's just a ranked game, bro. Even if it's just an unrated game or whatever, and you lost, and if you care about Valorant, you're going to feel the loss. You're going to be like, damn, could have won that game. Damn, I should have done this. Damn, I'm trash, you know? And that's just how it is. Like, there's no getting around that. But what we can do is teach you the viewer, how to cope with taking the L, right? So if you lost the game, you're pissed as fuck. You go and you're fucking going into the VOD review mad. That's a bad thing. So what you should do is, okay, I just came off of a 5-game loss streak. I'm gonna sit here for 5 minutes, because that's 1 minute for every game I lost, and I'm going to wait 5 minutes until I am in a state of clarity and I can go back and look at these games and not get mad.
Right. Don't think about the games. In those 5 minutes, don't think about anything. Let your brain just like consume oxygen and start keeping the blood flowing to the brain, because because I don't even know. I actually want to look that up. I might write that down. I actually don't know, because it is a chemical reaction in your body that happens when you start to get frustrated. Clarity. No. It's like it's like not foreshadowing.
So it's
your brain will be
your
fogged
brain is
with
at
anger.
a lack of oxygen, actually.
Yeah.
Or lack of blood, one of the two. But when you like get mad and shit, then your heart starts pumping harder, and like your brain can't absorb all the oxygen. So literally you're not thinking clearly. Like literally, scientifically, biologically, you're not thinking clearly.
Which is interesting. So you but make sure when you're VOD reviewing,
That's
like
also
these
not
are
an
the people who are
excuse,
VOD reviewing.
so you should
Make sure you're going into these VODs with a good state of clarity. That's very off topic though, but best way to cope with the L's, like literally the best way to cope with the L's, is knowing that losing is inevitable. Once you understand that you're going to lose games, it's going to be easier for you to
honestly write that shit on your mouse, bro. Write that shit on
take
your
these
monitor
notes.
or something.
Like to
I'm
get a
not
sticky
kidding.
note, put it somewhere, man. Just like you are going to lose games. It's a part of the process. And
remember, losing is actually more important than the win if you want to get better. Because, okay, yeah, this win will take you from fucking gold 3 to platinum 1, but did you actually visibly improve from gold 3 to platinum 1? Not really. You're kind of the same player, just a little bit more consistent.
I've said it time and time again. It's not pros are not pros because they have 1,000 wins. They have 1,000 losses. And there you go. That's where it's applicable, is because they've played plus reflection equals progress. They've lost way more games than you have. So every time you lost, we're not saying smile while losing.
We're not saying go out there and fucking throw your rank
we're
game
definitely
and then
saying
pump your fist in the air, you know?
We're definitely saying have a good level of emotional regulation.
Oh my god!
That goes back into our last video. Everything comes around. It's all the fucking loop. Oh my god! It's all a loop. We're literally just living in a loop. But that's how you take the L, is knowing that you're gonna take the L's. Like, and I'm not saying go into the game with an L mindset. You definitely want to win, but don't be upset when you lose, because that's
expect
normal.
To win 100% of the time. Because realistically, if you think you're gonna win 100% of the time, you are off the fucking bean, bro. Like,
you have to be off the bean if you think
you're
gonna win all the time.
Name a single professional player that wins 100% of the time. Energy saw him. I watched him last night. He got 13-0'd. You think he was happy about that? I mean, not really, but do you think he actually cares? No. It was a fucking ranked game. He doesn't give a shit.
And most of those people, they do it for content. I always say that. Pros will rage for content. They always do. Like Sinatra being like sus and saying some homosexual shit. Nothing wrong with being homosexual.
Yeah, there is.
Just have to say that. What you say, Buff? What you say?
I didn't say shit. But they won't know because all these pussies didn't do the viewer challenge, so it doesn't matter.
Sinatra, yeah, for real. Sinatra being homosexual is literally just for content. If he thinks like that normally.
Dizzy talking like a fucking moron, saying this stupid ass shit, acting like he's like high as shit on fucking
Shank
whatever.
Screaming the top of his lungs.
It's all content. Wardell death slamming, hitting you with one of these. It's content, bro. It's just content. It's just content. That's what it is.
And
I'm sorry to spoil it, but that's just like
they
you have
coped
to
the 1,000 losses, dude. That's really what it is. It's just coping the 1,000 losses, and that goes into our next segment subconsciously. Is why is losing actually more important than winning? Like I said, 1,000 losses.
We could explain it to you. So imagine if you learned from 1,000 losses. Okay, so imagine you got 13-0 every single time for 10 wins in a row, right? How many mistakes do you think you made? Fucking all of them. Everyone in the book, right?
Yeah, a lot. Bro. You made a lot of mistakes.
Right?
For getting
Every
13
single
out
one of them in the book. Maybe it's also with your team. Maybe you match MVP'd, but still, you made mistakes because you didn't win a single fucking round. You tossed. You threw hard, right? Now, how much do you think you could learn from that VOD versus a VOD where you 13-0'd the other team where they didn't even fucking have a hand on their keyboard? You know what I mean? That's why losing is actually more important. Because if you lose, there's more mistakes for you to see. There's more learning to happen. It's actually more efficient to lose 10 games in a row, 13-0, than it is to win 13 than it is to win 10 games.
Sounds crazy.
Which sounds like I'm fucking bullshitting you. But we just
it sounds like we're
you know?
bullshitting you. Genuinely, it sounds like we're bullshitting you. Look at it objectively. Like, you lose 10 games, you're stronger for those 10 games, so in the future you'll win 10 games more. Like, that's how it works. You know what I mean?
Those 10 games that you lost turn into 20 games that you won because now you're not making these idiotic mistakes. Let's say for one whole game you got flanked every round, even though you're fucking Chamber or Cypher, right? And you have global trips behind you at 24/7. How did he get past me? I don't know. Look in the VOD, dumbass. He smoked it. He fucking jumped over your trip. Maybe your trips suck. Maybe your fucking maybe your chamber boom bot was in the wrong, or chamber fucking alarm bot was in the wrong spot. Maybe you're just bad at playing the game. Maybe the enemy jet was better than you. Look at why he was better than you. Okay? And now, next game, guess what? Now you know to put your fucking trip and alarm bot in the right spot. Guess what? They can't do that anymore. Guess what? Right. Now your flank is watched. Now you're never dying to your flank ever again.
Like, right? I remember when I first started playing League, I used to have this concept in my head that all you have to do is write down every single mistake you did and understand why you're making the mistake, and you'd never make the mistake again. And if you do that enough times, you'll be pro. Like, genuinely, that sounds kind of crazy, but it's really it's a 3-step process. Write it down, understand why you're making the mistake, pro. That's what it is. And
like obviously there's more steps and everything in between, but still the general concept is it's just reflect, bro. Like, I don't know what to tell you guys.
It's reflection. It's reflection.
It's literally just reflect going and looking
VOD at review is reflection. Fucking VOD, please VOD review.
Dude,
again.
We could
please,
make an entire podcast. We could make a fucking 16-hour podcast on why VOD reviewing is important. We could literally do it.
Believe it. I believe it.
If you made it this far, comment, and I swear to God, if you comment that we can't do it, I'll fucking make it happen. I swear to God.
Yeah, for real.
And then you'll have to watch the whole thing, and if you don't, then we're better than you in every possible way, every fucking possible way.
I'm down to challenge you guys for that. I'm down.
On God.
If you can comment, make this 16-hour episode, we will. I swear to fucking God, we will.
I swear to God, I'll write down notes and everything. I'll have a whole ass
fucking. I'll have a whole lecture for it.
1,000-page fucking. Script. That's what I'm saying. Like, it'll be so easy. And the crazy part is, like, you think we won't. Like, that's what's crazy.
You think we
you
won't.
Really think we won't sit here for 16 hours and do that. I'll stream it too. I don't give a fuck.
It's true, man. We'll upload the video and everything. 16 hours of just
raw footage
telling you why VOD review is good. We can get enough information out. We might be able to finish the whole podcast, all 1,000 episodes.
We could do the whole thing in one sitting. That's the crazy part. I'll do it without food and water too, just to fucking one up you guys even further.
All right, getting off topic. We are definitely running out of topics to talk about. I'm going to be completely honest.
Here's the next topic. So the next topic is, when you lose, what should you do? That's the next and final topic of the video.
Final topic of the video, yeah.
First thing
what
you
are we
should
running
do.
On time here, first off?
50 minutes almost.
50 minutes almost.
Okay, so what should you do when you lose, right? So let's say, Gabe, I just lost my game. I just lost my rank up to immortal, to diamond, to platinum, and I feel like shit. Like, I feel like I can't win anymore. Or oh man, guys, you guys are the best coaches in the world, but I still don't feel like I'm improving. Guess what? You're losing, right? What should you do when you lose? Oh my God, important question. Okay.
Whoa. Let's talk about this. Wait, should we talk about the shoulds and shouldn'ts?
What do you mean?
Before the what? Because you say, what should you do? What should you choose to do?
Oh, you mean like correcting your language and stuff?
Yeah.
We'll talk. Well, that'll be its own episode, because that's like a whole different form of change. But
yeah, what do you do after the loss? Continue.
So what you're doing after the loss, right? Let's say you just for example, I lost this game, right? I know I lost this. It was 11-13, and I lost my 1v1, and we lost the game because of it. Okay, now what you're gonna do is you're going to. Here's the most efficient thing that I think, me personally, that I think you should do. First of all, you VODed the game because you VODed the game. Like, why wouldn't you? VOD viewing is the best thing in the entire world. Here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna calm down. If you know that there's a chance that you're not in a moment of clarity, you're gonna sit there for 5 to 10 minutes and think about nothing and just let your human body be a human body. That's what you're gonna do. Then next step is open up your notepad or your document or whatever, right? You're gonna structure. You don't have to structure it very well. Like, you don't have to if that's not what you're doing. I suggest structuring it because it's actually more useful. But then
and it doesn't create laziness.
Then the next thing you're gonna do, it also ingrains it in your memory further. But the next thing you're gonna do is hit up one of your boys, right? It doesn't matter if he's worse than you or better than you. If he's bronze 2 or fucking immortal 2, hit him up and say, "Can you help me go over this VOD?" And now you have at least one completely objective view on your game. So now you can go into this VOD and you can say, all right, do you think I made a mistake here? And he's going to say, okay, yeah, you made a mistake. You should have peeked that angle. And then what you're going to say, because I know you, because I know people, you're going to say, oh, but I wanted to do this. But it doesn't matter what you wanted to do. Guess what? You did it wrong. So you died. So you lost the round, you know?
Right.
Anyway,
dude,
that's a summary of what to do after you lose. Is take a deep breath, VOD review, and then also you write it down, but you can have a friend help you VOD review because it's pretty helpful because you're biased to your own gameplay.
100%. Oh, chalk it up as my teammate didn't help me peek. All right, we're good. Move on to the next one. Whoa.
He was looking in the wrong direction. So my flash didn't
chalk it up as
unlucky. RNG.
Yeah.
He ran around the corner and running gunned me. Oh, fucking not my fault. Phantom's broken. Running gun. That's not fair. Oh wait, no. How did I let him know that I was there so he could run around that corner so confidently?
Right. So many things that you did wrong, so many things that you could have prevented, so many things that you could be doing, so many things that you choose not to do.
I can
we don't
guarantee
do the shits and shouldn't on here.
I guarantee you have not seen perfect Valorant ever because it doesn't exist. Not possible. It doesn't exist. Anyway,
we're working towards it. Everybody's working towards it. We're working towards perfect Valorant. We've seen some pretty competitive games. You want to talk about good players? Talk about the guard. The guard is fantastic.
Oh my God.
I want to VOD review the guard so bad. With the ACOC podcast live, like I really want to VOD review guard because they're just so fucking good. If you don't like, guard is potentially the next Sentinels, and they're like better than them, to be completely honest. And you're gonna see it. Watch, guard is going to, if guard qualifies, they're just new. They're brand new. They have say a brand new player who just got signed off of T1. It's like
from fucking guard Korea.
From Korea, and he's also I mean, they have unlimited funds. If you didn't know, the guard is sponsored by the Rams, the LA Rams, like football team. Like that's why they're. But anyways,
NRG's looking clean. By the way, NRG's looking pretty
NRG. Ooh, did they beat Rise?
They beat Rise. Yeah, 2-0.
Ooh, NRG's here, guys. NRG's here, 2-0.
Yeah, Rise is really good too.
Check. Who called? So V1 called, XSEC called. They beat the guard. The guard called. Told you. The guard called. Told you.
Sir. Dude, our fucking podcast guys, they have no clue what the fuck they're listening to. Like, what the fuck are these idiots talking
about? We forgot to update us on the solo queue journeys.
Fuck. Oh, since I know you made it this far, because I know you're not a pussy and you did the viewer challenge, we're both doing horrible. It's not good. Quit.
Whoa, I'm 2 games off Immortal. Calm down. I won. I went 4-2 yesterday, so I'm up from yesterday. Finally, I'm up today.
You played yesterday?
Wait. No. Shit,
yo,
bro.
hey,
I'm sorry.
All right.
We've all done it. I have an addiction.
Listen.
Cut the font.
We're cutting it here.
No.
No.
Are we at the hour mark. Are we at the hour mark?
6 minutes. What do we do for 6 minutes? Dude, let's play guitar for
6 minutes
here.
No. We have to make it to an hour. I do not want this episode to not be less than an hour. We have to do hour-long podcast. If you guys are here, okay, what should we dude, fuck,
I already ended the video. Imagine.
You didn't.
That would be crazy.
Okay, calm down.
All right.
Let's talk. Let's add something. The shoulds and shouldn'ts.
Predictions. Predictions.
Oh, predictions. Tournament predictions.
Yeah.
Pong champ. Let's do the tournament predictions.
All right. So
every team qualified already. I want to do the tournament predictions.
Yeah. The next.
Bro, hold on. Let me tell you the teams. Hold on. It's version 1, Xset, The Guard, NRG, Sentinels, Envy, Cloud9. I forgot.
I know what you're talking about. it's
Cloud9, Envy, 100 Thieves, Sentinels, Guard, Rise, V1, Xset. There it is.
Okay.
There's our upper final quarter lists.
Okay.
Quarterfinals. By the way, $200,000 prize pool. I am not $200,000. We are Valorant is moving up in the world, boys. If you don't hop on Valorant to get better at the game right now, you're gonna fall behind because these people are fucking. This game is getting big, bro. $200,000 prize pool for the NXT. Fucking
4 other
players
people,
about
by Yeah, facts. But there's 4 other teams that are gonna be there. So we're not gonna comment on those 4 other teams, but who I think is actually gonna win, like genuinely, I think that the 3 teams that have the highest chance of winning right now is if Cloud9's having a good week, which it's like once every fucking 6 months they have a good week. Cloud9 wins. 100 Thieves wins. The Guard wins.
Dude, it looks like anybody's game. It really does, bro.
Dude, it does.
The Guard
like,
is
Cloud9,
dirty
the
as fuck.
Guard, and 100 Thieves, 100 Thieves solely because every single player on that team mechanically is just fucking insane.
I mean,
and
unlucky
really
enough,
together.
the Guard had to verse Xset, and Xset's got Cryo, and Cryo's godlike. And on top of that, not even just Cryo, but Xset's looking hot as fuck. So the Guard, the hottest fuck Guard, because let me tell you, Guard did not have an easy run. I'm going to tell you this right now. The Guard had to play a brand new fucking phase.
Holy shit.
They had to play a brand new fucking phase. They had to play a Luminosity, and they had to play Knights, and then they had to play Xset. And if they called through all of them, I hands down would have thought they won the whole tournament. Genuinely, right there. But they lost to Xset, so hopefully they come back stronger. They definitely are going to be looking at the film of fuck
Luminosity Knights, right? Then they lost to Xset the first time, and they got down to the lower bracket. Then they had to play A-Crew, who, keep in mind, A-Crew beat TSM. They beat Beta Academy, and Zexer's my boy, so like that was fucked up, you know? I'm a Zexer fan.
Yeah, they beat Anbox, they beat Radiance, and they beat
Beta
Evil
Academy,
Genius.
low-key, looking kind of clean. Low-key.
Beta Academy,
for now.
Somebody signed those guys.
All I'm saying
They're
is
kind of crazy.
Some of the players on that team, fucking get them all.
But a crew got 2-0'd by V1, and they got Zealous on there. They got Zealous and Xander, so good luck. V1's fucking kind of crazy.
V1's fucked, bro. V1's fucked. Then the Guard 2-0'd a crew, which is just insane. Like, cause TSM, they were looking hot as fuck until they had to verse A-Crew, and A-Crew 2-0'd them. Obviously, it was like close games, but they 2-0'd them, bro. Like, holy shit, that was crazy.
And NRG looking good too. Surprisingly, NRG is just they're looking real good, man. NRG's looking
they're shitting on people. Like,
NRG is just they beat who they beat. NRG beat. They had to beat a lot of people to get here. So they beat Knights. They beat Rise.
And Rise.
They
Rise is actually really good, even though they look like they're pugging.
NRG beat Cosmic Divide. They 2-0 to Anbox, and then they lost to Xset because fucking Xset's goated. But then they beat those 2 other teams. So they had to beat 4 teams to get here. They've been playing best of 3s nonstop, so good for them. They qualified to the group stage. But there's gonna be the open second qualifier is going to be the next.
Oh my god, I can't wait! It's gonna make me.
It's going to be
horny.
the next round of tournaments. So that's gonna be February 4th, and then February 11th is when we get the group stage. We're gonna have. The first row of teams have just been qualified. I'm ready for the second row. I'm hoping the people who are gonna probably
to
qualify are
see
already there.
TSM.
You're probably gonna see.
Yeah,
You're
you've probably seen them.
You're
play
probably gonna
already
see
on the main
T1.
stage.
Unfortunately for T1, their coach is probably
They
getting
fucking capped.
later.
Yeah.
Coach. He's
Yo,
off the fucking team because he was
my predictions for next week. Ooh, what are your predictions for next week? Ooh, wait,
Next
hold on.
week.
Let me give them first. Let me give mine first. Low
Alright,
key,
yeah, drop
I'm
yours.
thinking A crew. I'm thinking A crew. I'm thinking T1 because T1's looking clean. I'm thinking TSM got pissed off by their loss, so they're gonna come back. So T1, TSM, A crew, and yeah, and you know I'm gonna say it because I'm a Zexro fanboy. I think Bit Academy gets high up there.
No.
Yeah, yep.
I mean, a lot of the good teams are off the map, so who knows? It could be Beta Academy in there, dude.
Dude, if they get their game, you know how fucking like there's no, I don't give a fuck.
They'd have
dude.
to.
I'm
Whose
I'm
slot
actually
would
a
they have
Zexro
to
fanboy.
take though? They'd have
I'm
to take
actually a
somebody's
Zexro
slot
fanboy.
though. Whose slot would they have to take? They'd either have to take Rise's slot, a Crew's slot, Knights' slot, T1 slot. They'd have to take one of the top team slots. In
Because-
Beta Academy, it's
well,
definitely
I think
possible. They
could
gave
beat
they gave a
Rise.
Crew a run for their money for sure.
Oh, dude, it was
And a Crew
close
beat
games.
TSM.
It was so close games, and A Crew's really good. So like, I mean, I'm not.
I
saying
mean, A Crew,
anything,
Beta
but
Academy
I'll-
beat Inbox too,
They
so
beat,
you know what I mean. They beat
Inbox,
Evil Geniuses.
They beat Radiance.
That's some
They
good
beat
teams. That's some good
EG,
teams.
Like I know I'm a Zexro fanboy, but at the end of the day, they did do pretty good. Like, so yeah, we're hitting an hour. So that's
Hold on, my tournament prediction. Whoa, come on. My tournament prediction.
My bad.
Okay, so I'm thinking T1. I'm thinking Rise. I'm thinking a Crew, and I'm thinking. Let's just go and say
You think
Luminosity
You don't
beat
think
TSM.
TSM?
I think
Ooh.
Luminosity beat TSM.
You think so? Really? I
No,
mean,
Knights.
Luminosity-
I think Knights.
Knights.
No, fuck.
Ooh, but Knights is hella good. It's just the problem is like I don't know. They made it far.
I think
It's
Knights.
just they
No,
lost
I think
against
Knights.
the tier
Close.
one
So
team.
Knights T1, a Crew, and Knights T1, a Crew, and Rise. That's what I'm thinking. Okay, there it is. There's
It's
our
so,
there's
it's
our
so hard
predictions
because
for February
the
3rd
tier
or
the
4th.
tier twos once they go against a tier one team, oh my god, they get destroyed. So it's
Yes,
hard to
duo,
like
it's a nice
it's
team
hard to
rule, like a
know.
13-6, 13-7, you know what I mean?
It's hard to know because people like the guard, they're hella close to tier one, if not already tier one. I mean they qualified, so I would say they're tier one. But
Right.
like the people that went against them, they got fucking mercilessly destroyed. And these are good teams. Like these are Dark Zero. Dark Zero has what do they have? They have Screwface, and Kohler. Those guys are fucking goated. You know. Anyway,
Yeah, and if y'all
like
one more thing, if y'all didn't know, Xhead is on a 13-game win streak right now. They didn't drop a map in the single VCT, so they dropped the maps against Radiance and
one.
the only map they dropped was against Radiance. That was it, but they still won. But they haven't dropped a single map in their entire time playing the VCT. Just want to let you guys know that.
All I'm
they
saying
2-0'd
is,
the guard and they 2-0'd NRG. So those are on.
All I'm saying is this cryo guy, this fucking rank demon, he's looking scary.
Yeah, I want to see his ACS real quick. I'm gonna give you guys his tournament standings, and then we're gonna call it.
Dude, I don't even.
He's
wanna
got
know.
13 games of Jet with a. Oh
my!
He's got
God.
13 games of Jet with a 291 ACS. That is fucking.
What's wrong
That's almost
with this
consistent
guy?
300. What's his win rate? What's
wrong
That's
with this
almost
fucking dude?
300 ACS. What the fuck?
That's like
Again,
that's better than
Crycel's
rank,
dropped
bro.
39 kills against the guard. That's fucking crazy. He dropped 27 on bind. They 13-3 the guard and they 13-6 the guard. All right. That's the guard. What do they do against NRG? Cryocell's dropped 38. Dude, this guy's cracked, bro.
Let's see what they did against Radiance. Oh my god, he had 57.
Did he really? Oh my god, he had 57. Okay. Anyways, hope you guys.
Listen, we gotta leave.
If you stayed through the whole video, make sure you fucking do something. I don't know what it is you do.
Comment
If you do,
and say I made it to this point, and you know what you're gonna put in that comment. You're gonna say if you made it to the whole video.
give us a challenge. Give us something that you want to hear or something that you want us to do, and we'll come back and we'll get you results.
Tell us what you want for the next podcast.
Right, maybe
the
something
next,
you want for the next
maybe
podcast.
another
Maybe
episode.
maybe
We'll-
maybe
we'll
you want me to
incorporate
hit
it in some
Immortal,
way.
or maybe you fucking want us to drop a Kovacs playlist, or
Or maybe, or maybe you want us to give you our opinion on death matches. Which, holy shit, I have a hot take on them bitches.
right.
Maybe you want us to
But,
tell you what the Miyagi method is for aim training. Like, there's so many things.
Yeah.
All right, just if you made
So
it to this point, let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching.
Peace.
Thanks for having ACOC in your ears yet again. We hope to see you in the next one.